All right, let's see what we got. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday night. Here we go with another one of these. And I cannot find my invite thing here. Share screen? What? Security? No. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing my Zoom control panel. Let me go ahead and open that up real quick. I know I gotta get Nelson in here because he's got to tell me. Let me return to the meeting. Dude, where's my invite button? It's so weird. More? What? How am I not getting an invite in here? All right, hold on one sec, guys. There we go. There's invite. Okay. Why did they hide that? Anyway, let's go ahead and send out our invite. And okay. So Nelson, I'll get you in here in just a sec. There we go, sir. All right. So invite is out. And we're gonna look another commission from the anti-fried lights. All right. And then how do you get rid of this dealio? All right. And then let's go ahead and where we go. Whoa. I don't want to exit full screen. So Nelson should be in here pretty soon. Let's just see how we do. Okay. Yo. Hey, what's up, Sean? Let me, I'll send Sean an invite as well, so we can hang for a little bit. Okay, there we go. And we'll get back to it. Nelson has entered the waiting room. Let's go ahead and admit him in. There we go. Hey, what's up? Yo, Nelson. I'm gonna pin my video here. Okay, so we're painting some Walking Dead. More survivors. Nelson is connecting in.
All right, finally.
There he is. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Yo, just doing more of this painting. Got the sweatshop rolling. So yeah, this is a probably one of the more expressive sets that you've sent over. But it might be interesting just to talk about the characters while we're painting them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Our groups here aren't that big of a Walking Dead fan, but yeah, the one that you're holding right now is actually Lori. That's Rick's wife. She's actually a brunette.
Okay.
So, but other than that, Carol, the lady that's holding a knife with her hands out, she's also a brunette-ish, or you could make her blonde, to be honest, or dirty blonde.
Oh, I thought Carol was. I thought she was an older lady.
Yes, TV show. That is correct.
Okay, but in the I thought this was Carol. In her face, you can see her face is kind of. She's got kind of a like a Picasso thing going.
Yeah. Yeah.
She actually looks worse on camera. She looks like Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, she that was one of her final moments before she protected her daughter Sophia and got bit. So
no.
Yeah, in the TV series, the opposite. Sophia
Okay.
got it, but she lived.
So light brown or dark brown for her hair?
For Lori,
Yeah,
Lori's probably dark brown, but
dark brown. Okay.
however you want to do the rest of the character is fine by me.
Well, yeah, but I just want them. It's good for when you're playing that for everybody to be able to somewhat recognize who's who, right? Just by getting the
Right.
hair color,
True that.
right. So I'm gonna try to get most, if not all, the hair color right.
Well, the thing is that with Robert Kirkman, when he made these comics, it was actually in black and white mostly. So
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Because like whenever you tell me a character's name, I usually, if I remember, I usually like Google that to look for screenshots for to see what they look like on the show.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but these ones, everybody has like and she has a really prominent like brow line. What's that about? What's like she has like these really thick eyebrow lines. Do you see that on her sculpt? Oh, I'm gonna let Sean in here. Whoops.
Yeah. She's supposed to be a very attractive lady, though.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, I let him in. Oh, there he goes. Okay. And then how do you close this? All right. All right. Hey, what's up, Sean? She's supposed to, yeah, okay. I mean, she looks pretty attractive.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like everyone hated her in TV show and comics because after Rick went in coma for about a month, she ended up sleeping with Rick's best friend Sean. I mean, not Sean, Shang. And yeah, that's when Rick has baby girl.
Oh man. Everyone got mad. She had to play she had Rick's best friend comforting her. That's dirty. Dirty pool.
Howdy.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Not much. How are you?
What's up, Sean?
Good, man.
Hey.
Well, we've been playing a lot of Shadows of Brimstone.
Nice.
A lot. Octavius wants to play that all the time, right, son? Not exactly. Okay. Just most of the time. Yeah, that's okay.
That means he wants to play some more.
Super fun. It's a super fun game.
He's just trying to sound cool.
How do I just do this? There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, it's still, so on Zoom, I mean on the feed, it's still, well, hopefully that it will stop bouncing around. Okay, so dark brown hair for her. Don't worry, I'm just blocking it out right now, Nelson. We'll get through and we'll give it proper highlighting and all that. And you said she could be blonde or brunette? You don't have a preference?
Yeah, surprised me.
Surprise you?
Yeah, in the comics, they never really show her hair color. It's probably
Okay.
more blonde, but
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll do blonde because, like, I'm noticing most of these characters have like brown hair. And if she's a more kind of like one of the more principal characters, then she can have brighter hair. So we'll block out that. All right. So we'll go through. So there's that character.
Wait, so what are you painting?
These are Walking Dead survivors. You got these two little kids here. Are these twins or not? They're just two little. Are they actual characters or are they just two random kids?
they're actually kids from the Green families, I think.
Interesting.
Maggie's families, like I think,
Okay.
if I recall correctly.
Let's just give them kind of like a generic light brown hair then. Unless they're,
Sure.
are they blonde also? They could be blonde.
Yeah, there was actually. I was gonna actually give you like two more kids. There was like a. It's similar to that two boys. It was actually two girls. I think those were related to Green. But yeah, the little girl right there, she's Sophia.
Okay, so she is
That's
definitely
Carol.
blonde. Because that's Maggie's daughter, right?
No, that's Carol. Carol's daughter.
Carol's daughter? Okay.
Yeah.
So she's definitely blonde. In this iteration, or not?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it
Tell-
was nice. It
Just
was
tell
awesome.
me when I'm wrong. I just want these to be recognizable so that you're like, oh, that's who that is. Not that it apparently you can just tell by the sculpt, but it's okay. So they'll be blonde. She has her face looks a lot more adult than those other kids. Like her face looks more mature than those other kids.
Yeah, that's true.
It's her to the point where her head almost like, I thought she may have been like a little person. That's what I thought. I was like, is she? Because her face is like, right, and she just has this sort of like stumpy little body attached. So I'm like, is that a little person? Because her head, look at her head size compared to the other adults. It's like about the same.
She's
All right.
like a 4'8" Asian girl.
Which does not count as a little person. It just counts as Asian girl. It just makes you short. You're just short for an Asian girl if you're scraping the 5 foot line. But you're not. You don't count as a little person. Oh, man. Yeah, so we've been playing a lot of that, and my son is starting to paint. He painted a bunch of flesh mites the other night. That was awesome. We played a game this morning, and we did not run into any flesh mites.
Wow.
But we did run into those Zoidberg things. Takobaki.
Yeah.
Spearmen. And then we fought the bronze statue. That thing is nuts.
Pretty beefy.
It has a throw rule.
Oh no.
Where it picks up it can pick up one of your heroes and throw it at another hero.
Oh wow.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that character looks pretty menacing.
Mm-hmm. And we got to run into disappointed dad. But judgmental uncle, we're pulling him off the team for a little bit.
Oh no.
Because he's level 4 and he
ramps
kind
up
of
the
in our campaign he's kind of at a point where he wants to leave the team.
Oh wow.
Because he was the guy who ended up defeating the bronze statue. Everybody else was down.
Wow.
And it was just judgmental uncle versus the bronze statue. Like literally the very last roll out of everything, he had 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
He had 1 health and the bronze statue had 1 health. And the bronze statue had 2 health, right, Octavius? Or 1 health. And then I had to crit to hit him, and it hit him.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah, he's going to be out for a little bit, and I'm going to bring in another character. All right. There's one guy, we don't need his hair color. Okay, it's just awesome. There's like 2 guys with baseball bats. There's this dude who just looks stoned for some reason. Oh, yeah. Dude.
You're right. He's a pothead.
Oh no, man. The zombies are coming, man. Look at his face.
Pretty much. His name is Stop Moon, and then he's a hothead, so the governor kind of just used him, and yeah.
Can I do him as a ginger?
Is that
You're like-
okay?
He just gets to be the ginger of the. Don't judge me, man.
Yeah.
Everyone makes fun of gingers. I'm gonna smoke this weed, man.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
There's no more Burning Man ever. Fish broke up. Not fish, man. This guy is hilarious. Is that just a crazy mold line going through his face, or does he actually have like a? Is he supposed to have something on his face?
Not sure. Probably not, but it's okay. You can put like a
Yeah, some of these.
scarf or something.
I'm gonna make it a bang because some of these mold lines are a little bad.
Oh yeah.
Why?
For him, that's like a side bang or something.
Okay. I didn't cut my hair, bro. Gotta get out of here. Look, I'm strapped. Got a strap.
I remember what I painted my pigs.
But the best thing about Shadows of Brimstone is where for the heroes, I never use the regular models. So I've been breaking out like Anima Tactics models and Malifaux models and that kind of stuff.
Ah,
Yeah, now he looks like Shaggy from Scooby Doo now. I should give him a green shirt and those those maroon pants that Shaggy wears, or green shirt
Yeah.
and brown pants.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
He
always
actually
wear the
is
brown pants.
Shaggy. No, man. And then he got this dude here he's got his hair is like really curly. Who's this guy, Nelson?
He's one of the scavenger guys. I forgot what his name was.
Shirt man.
Should he have, let's give him dark brown hair, I guess. Just stop me if you don't like
Yeah.
something. He can have dark brown hair also. He's not as expressive as most of these other people in this batch of survivors. He does have some decent lamb chop sideburns though that run down here. Look at that. I thought if there was a black dude in this group, I thought this would be it because he has the curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
His sideburns are pretty dope though. They're pretty dope lamb chop. He's got.
Could be from the 1970s.
Could be. Everybody had a fro back then.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that too. He could have been like he could have had like that William Katz fro.
Yeah.
I think you're right. He could be a little bit like on the darker skin. Like I can't tell from the artwork right now if he's African American or Hispanic. His name is just Patrick from Scavenger Crew. He's more on the
Interesting.
top. But
Well, I could give him a darker skin wash if you want him to be a little. You want a little diversity.
if you want, yeah, that'll be cool. I
Alright.
would actually like that. But yeah, I just couldn't really tell from the artwork because it's all in black and white.
And then this guy has the best expression. Ah, shit! Look at that guy.
He
Yeah,
does
that's
have
really-
that face.
Yeah,
This
that's
guy
it.
is my favorite sculpt in the whole thing.
Did
Who
y'all
is?
just see that?
He's
Oh
Liam.
shit, man! Who is this guy?
Liam.
Liam?
Mm-hmm. He has a piggy tail too, right?
Yeah, he's got a ponytail.
Yeah.
What
He's a
color
cannon fodder.
is he?
Well, I should
All
say
right.
he's just a bantha fodder. Everybody uses him for just for extra activation. Will throw him into zombies.
Jesus.
Should he be redheaded too or not? Or should we just
Wow.
give him what color hair should this dude be?
No, literally every player, every video I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
like he only costs 10 points, which is fairly cheap in this game, and everyone just either uses him to be like a fodder. Like for example, on Negan's crew, Negan
Yeah.
has this ability where if you clip Lucille, he can just bludgeon anyone to death. Like either an enemy model or his own teammate. But when he does, like it boosts the team morale because I guess everyone's like, oh shit, he just beat the fuck
The
out of everybody.
commissar
Use
rule.
him as an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
God.
what everybody does. Like everyone uses Liam as a sacrificial lamb in every single game.
All right. So we're just giving Liam the kind of boring, nondescript brown hair.
And a red shirt.
Yeah, I was thinking that he should actually have a red shirt.
He's a red shirt.
Bruh, no. No. He is so cool though. That sculpt is awesome. He thought he was cool with his ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
And they pushed him into the zombies.
Again, the Sarlacc
And
pit.
then Negan beat him over the head to improve morale. Come over here. Oh, don't do it, Negan, bro. No. This guy is amazing. All right, let's give him his red shirt. So he'll have a red shirt, and he'll have kind of darker jeans, and he'll have. Should that vest be black, maybe?
That'd be cool.
He thought he was cool. I'm cool, bro. Negan, cut it out, man. What do you think you're doing? It's me. It's your bro. Whoa, screwed up. I already have blood on his mouth. You already got punked once. You got punched in the face. Maybe Negan hits him with the bat and tells him to run straight at the zombies. You go that way. No. Lucille,
Lucio's thirsty.
let's teach this man a lesson about saying no to Negan. I actually kind of don't like red on these guys because I want, in the future to be able to, not that I would, but like if you decided you wanted to put some blood spatter or something on them. It's not the best, but he is the red shirt guy, so it makes sense. It makes sense that he would have it. Okay. So he'll go like that. And then let's give him. Uh-oh. Everybody drop out? What happened?
Let's go here.
Oh, Sean took off. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. If you notice, I haven't painted red on anybody until just right now because I don't want that. I want you to be able to go back and like do blood spatter if you felt like it. Okay.
That's thoughtful. Thank you, though.
Let's do some. I guess he could be wearing. Let's give him like regular blue jeans or something. Or he could wear. Let's give him like. Let's give give him kind of like drab color pants. This is where my wet palette gets super busy. So just throw in a bunch of colors. Did you get to play this weekend? You mentioned that you might be playing a game.
Yeah, I have something set up on my table, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, no,
No?
just not the same when you play by yourself. Kind of boring.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I know I'm pretty lucky that, you know, my kid, despite being 6 years old, is smart enough to play a lot of these games with me.
Yeah, I noticed.
Not
I'm
Guild
like, wow.
Ball, but, you know, I'm still pretty grateful for everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were playing a bunch of board games at first, and then I broke out Shadows of Brimstone. Now he loves that game. And it makes the most sense too, because I knew he would like you know, more of a narrative campaign where we can talk about the characters' backstories and stuff, and he can ask questions about Judgmental Uncle. So he got like a bunch of the background on Judgmental Uncle and his other characters. Let's do this kind of green there. Yeah, we'll give him, and he'll have a darker that thing. But we'll you know, I want to play. We'll play more Shadows on Zoom. Sounds like Albert really wants to play, so we could play. We could get a game together if you're around tomorrow night, Nelson.
For sure. Yeah, like last week. That'll be good.
Yeah, we could grab. Yeah, we'll grab Albert so he can learn. And then I don't know, maybe Sean or somebody else would want to play too. Pretty fun game to play on stream.
It's simple enough. Yeah.
The record keeping gets to be rough, but at least I'm not doing it drunk. I used to do that drunk. How the hell did I keep track of all that stuff drunk? Holy crap.
Talent there, geez.
We played a lot of the games too. I don't remember how many streams we played.
Yeah, it was at least like
lot.
4 or 5, yeah, minimum.
And I had 2 groups. You were in one group with Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew and Leah.
And Leah, and then the other group was Josie, Sean. I don't remember who else.
That's pretty nuts.
It would be cool to get another, like another group together. I definitely have a couple of characters ready to go. Judgmental Uncle is too strong though. He can't join. He can't join the groups. He's like a full-on like combat sorcerer. So he's got a katana and he fights pretty well. There you go. Yeah, this guy gets painted first. What? Whoa. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really liking that Asian set.
Yeah, you were saying the other night that I didn't anticipate Octavius to like it so much. Then you wouldn't have sold your Western set.
Right. I might
It's
have
pretty
to just
impressive that
go
he-
back and rebuy it. Which is kind of cool too, because he's, you know, he can paint a lot of the monsters. He'll have fun painting monsters.
Yeah. Doesn't Seek still have like tons of Shadows of Brimstone stuff?
Yeah.
He ordered a whole bunch. Gosh.
Yeah. I picked up Flesh Mites the other day. And basically I didn't know what they had, so I just got on the phone with Yvonne. I'm like, tell me everything that you have for Shadows of Brimstone. And I said, think of something my son would want to paint. And she said, well, we have Flesh Mites. Those are gross. Yep, perfect. We'll take those. This guy is awesome.
I like the color combination that you have on them. It's pretty cool. Never seen anyone paint them like that.
Is it too conspicuous?
No, I actually like it like that better.
What
Most-
do
most-
people?
Most people give them more of a lighter color, like blue top or like white shirt and blue jacket or something. The blue
Yeah.
vest. I'm like, yeah.
I was inclined to do that, but then Sean said red shirt, which he definitely makes a lot of sense for him to be a red shirt.
What does that mean, though? I didn't get that reference.
It's basically a Star Trek reference. So in Star Trek, they always go down in the original series. It was always Kirk and Spock and Bones, right? And then there would always be a fourth guy to beam down with them who was just
Mhm.
wearing a red shirt. And that guy would inevitably just get killed. whenever they beam down to a new planet or whatever, that's what would happen. All right.
So that's always the extra, like the extra guy.
Yeah. So that's what if you're a red shirt, that's what it means. It means you're the cannon fodder. Okay, let's give. And these kids are not meant to be twins, right?
I don't think so. I just remember one of them's Billy and the other one I forgot the name. But
So-
they're brothers, but not twins. I don't think.
So I'm just gonna give one of them kind of just a light shirt. They're gonna be kind of boring then. He'll have kind of a light shirt, and his brother will have a darker shirt. Yeah, he gets the boring shirt.
Oh yeah, one of them's Billy, the other one's Ben. That's right.
He doesn't have a knife, so he gets the bad clothing too. All right.
Billy and Ben, those little kids.
And then we'll give his brother. His brother can have a purple shirt.
You got me all curious what their story was now. I don't remember what they were. Ben. Oh, never mind. Apparently, they are twins.
They
From a
are?
Green family. Yeah, from a Green family. Andrew Grimes. Andrew Grimes. Trying to have a call. Oh goodness, dang, that's terrible, sad story.
Isn't it all sad story?
That's true. I mean, zombie apocalypse, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd be lucky if you live past 30 if that's the case.
All right. Here he has his good Easter purple Sunday shirt on and a knife. You guard your brother. Brother didn't have a weapon. He just has to hold on. Hey, don't let me die. No. There we go. There, mom gave him the good shirt that morning and the knife. Your parents still over there in Taiwan or no?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
enjoying their new house, which is cool, and
Good.
just chilling, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't been to the house yet. Planning on traveling next year and go to my cousin's wedding.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. So I have 2 different formulas for jeans here. Let's see. There's kind of the brand new jeans, and then there's the slightly older worn jeans. We'll give them the doggo. We'll give them some of the worn jeans. Just it's really just a wash. This is just a difference between a wash and then a coat of paint
Cool.
and a different wash.
For whatever reason, I love purples on miniatures.
Do you?
Yeah, like the Reaper guy you helped me paint for Batman. It was like purple. I was like, wow, actually, purple looks really good on miniatures for the reason. In my opinion, of course, but
I used to have a really good formula for purple. I don't know what I do for purple these days. Yeah, this gives you a more, if you just go wash like this, it just gives you a more faded jeans look.
those kids turn out to be pretty darn cool looking now.
We're ready for our picture, Mom. I have a knife. I'll stab those zombies, Mom. I still have to wash this kid's purple shirt because it's looking too flat right now. And then we'll do we'll just do some quick little sneakers on him.
So anything new with your job? Because I know you went back this week, right? Actually, you had to be on site.
Yeah, last week was on site. Only one of my labs was open, so we ran kind of like a staggered schedule. They won't let everybody back into the office at the same time.
Well,
So
true.
you kind of have your, there's some people that work 2 days in the lab and then 2 days at home. I have to be in there like every day because I'm the manager, but I still end up doing a lot from home. So it's not that much different than, kind of the way I was running it before. Except now I just don't have now I can't just go play Guild Ball. That's the difference. I still run like a lot of meetings and stuff from home. And in fact, we're using this other software to kind of run the department. And I've been, I told my boss, like I figured out how I can pretty much run my department from my phone. I can run meetings on my phone. I could do tasks. I could do everything on my phone. And he was, so excited about it. He's having all his other managers like
Do the same thing.
contact me to figure out how to do that. Which is cool.
Sending the example.
Yeah, it was cool because he's, because I told him straight up, I'm like, I'm back at work. To be honest with you, my wife isn't 100% comfortable with me being back. So I'm still, I'm still gonna do some of this work remotely wherever I can. So he was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Oh man, I don't think my sneaker solution is gonna work here. Yeah, it's too light. Too light. Okay, That's not gonna work. Okay, gonna have to use something different for this. But yeah, we're doing okay. This week I should have both labs available soon, which means I can have more of the staff back, and then I can again, I can just run most of it from my phone. So I'm pretty happy about that.
So do you rotate the staffs or what's happening? Like
I
do you cut
was
them
last
part-time?
week. I was rotating staff last week. Now this week I won't have to, because I'll have enough. Like I'll have enough between two labs. I'll have enough space to put some at one lab and some at the other lab.
Okay.
But it's still, but there's still like a lot of people that are working from home. Like I have one guy who is almost entirely working from home, and he just comes in when needed. So it's pretty cool. I think what's going to be interesting about this is when things start going back to normal, you know, some of these companies are going to go, hey, you know, it's way cheaper. We just found out all these people don't have to work in the office. We could save a lot of money by not having them in here. You know, and maybe some of these jobs get kind of transitioned into more of a work at home situation.
But what do you mean that it would be cheaper though? Like in terms of like renting the office space or like because
Yeah, office space, even utilities. You know, there's just a lot of there's some cost savings in you know, not having, instead of having 800 people in a building, you know, you have 300 people in there. You're gonna save some money doing that. So we'll see. I don't think my company is that keen on doing that kind of stuff, but if it, you know, what I'm thinking is they may try it out for an extended period of time, and as long as the workflow isn't suffering, then it's a good cost savings. Besides, you know, a lot of companies lost so much money, you know, on granting additional ETO and helping cover their staff and everything like that, that hey, you know, every little bit counts, right? So
yeah.
what if you could keep your operational costs down just by having some people stay at home, which they're already, you know, pretty good at doing.
Yeah, I think the most important issue, like I think management worries about, it's just the with people slacking off, right? So if you're anyone could still maintain the same exact workflow and hopefully the same amount of output and stuff needs to get done, then yeah, definitely operation side would keep people at home.
Yep.
Pay less overall.
I mean, I'll say even like my personal productivity has gone up because
working more.
No, not be. It's because I guess it's because I have fewer people like in my face distracting me.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And it's much more like, especially with the way I'm using like software and that kind of stuff to manage my team.
Right.
It's a lot more streamlined. Like I don't have to call them like all day every day. They just pull up an app and it literally has everything I need for them to do that day.
Oh, okay, like a check.
And then and as soon as like some you know, if I'm talking to another department or whatever and they need something, then I'm filling out on this app exactly what the guys need to do, and I've got it assigned and already started by the time we hang up the phone. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
It's like way, yeah. So it's like way more efficient. Oh man, that wash was too rich. It's okay.
yeah. I mean, that's good news because I mean, a lot of businesses probably don't unable to just function like that though.
Yeah. And what's cool is like I said, my boss, he like watched me do it. He watched me and he was like, holy crap, that is like super efficient. Teach my other managers how to do that. Sure. You know, here you go. Okay. 2 little kids done for now. Let's do this little girl here. I'm a sexist, so I'm going to give her a pink shirt. Because I do that. Stereotypical pink on the girl there. What about you? You're working from home, right? Or no?
Yeah, still working from home, which
Yeah.
I've always want to work from home, but
Mhm.
it's fun. It's not as I don't know. I miss the human action, coworkers, and like if issue, I can just kind of ask
Yeah.
instead of dialing an email.
Mhm.
Quiet.
Yeah, that's true. We have. I mean, everything is. They just sent you home with a laptop, or did they
Yeah,
physically? Okay.
with the desktop. So I just brought home my monitors that I bought and then just hook up everything with the company provided like a small portable desktop. It's super tiny, so it's actually a pretty powerful desktop, and yeah,
That's
just
cool.
hook up everything and it's fine. Work as normal, but yeah, I mean I do miss the human interaction, but the another thing is I noticed how much money I'm actually saving by not going to freaking work. Like gas and toll
Gas.
road is expensive.
Yeah. Gas and toll road and eating out. And all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm saving like $400 or $500 each month because of it.
Nice. See, man, that's a nice upside. I hope more companies do look at that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think that's a really good. That's a really nice thing to be able to do. As long as they can demonstrate that you keep your productivity.
Absolutely, yeah. That's another thing. Like senior people, like top dogs, are performing really well. They get to work
Yeah.
from home if they decide to, but yeah, they gotta be making money for the company still, right? For the
Right.
company to consider that. So yeah. I mean, when I get there, I'll get to decide. But right now, just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, my boss, he was really cool with. He's like, do what you need to do, and then don't be in the office. He's like, I understand you have to be there for certain things, but you don't have to be there for everything.
That's
And
really good.
that's kind of where it was before, anyways. Just because I was managing 2 sites and had only a small amount of staff. We were all pretty much used to kind of working without me having to do. Oh man, I just realized this is a little. She has little like kitty ears or something for this jacket.
Oh, Sophia?
Yeah,
I never noticed.
I just noticed
Never ever
that.
noticed.
She has like a blue panda jacket, I guess. It's weird. But yeah, I can't complain. Business is doing pretty well, and we're in good shape as long as government doesn't try to shut more things down.
Yeah, I think it might be the opposite now. I think I'm pretty confident by June, not by June, I'm sure they're gonna open everything back up. I'm fairly positive.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, also we're counting a lot on how China handling their stuff, because right now, well, I don't watch mainstream media, but I watch like these third
Mhm.
party, also like these medias actually established overseas to keep China in check.
Yeah.
They're saying that there's another new virus, actually have a new COVID, actually have
Mhm.
3 different strands,
You have
and
a new strain.
yeah, a new strand, and there's like 3 subtype, and then I think China just ordered additional 53,000 hospital beds to be built within the next month. So
Oh
something's
wow.
going on with the show.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll see.
man. Gotta. We're gonna get demonetized here talking about China. It's okay. I don't have monetization on this video. We could say whatever the hell we want.
Wow.
But like, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think that I agree. I agree that I think we will be back to like regular operation probably by June. But then late summer could probably see another wave come through, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because people will be out at the beach or like at the mall and just hang out with close
Mhm.
quarters, right? So
Not me, man. I'm gonna continue my lifestyle here. I mean, I'm still gonna take my kids out, but I don't know. We look pretty good in face masks. I'm just gonna rock it. I'm gonna embrace my true Asian heritage and be out in public with a face mask.
and the face
Right?
shield.
Asians be doing that since SARS, man. They were. They're like, "Whoa." Like you'll see. I remember when all that stuff kind of blew over, and you would still see tons of Asians rocking the face masks.
Yeah.
It went on for like 2 or 3 years afterwards. So when this thing hit, they're like, "What do you mean?" They just had a whole stockpile of the masks anyways. They're like, "This is
Yeah.
just a Thursday for us." Man, I did hear something kind of horrifying though. My friend was telling me today that one of the guys that he plays D&D with lives in Irvine, and he got it. So he tested positive for it, and he said
Was
he
he hugging
was
a Chinese?
what?
Was he hugging a Chinese?
Well, no, he thinks he got it when he was walking his dog by a grocery store, and all these people were coming out of the grocery store just like hacking, like coughing and hacking.
What?
I'm like, oh, because I mean, for me, he was like, yeah, he was at a grocery store in Irvine. So I'm like, oh, 99 Ranch.
Yeah. Automatically.
First thing that came to mind, oh, 99 Ranch. Okay. And he came outside and started, people started coughing up and hacking. Like, oh no. Damn it. Yeah,
They got him.
They got him. Dude. But, I'm hoping that when that test comes out, that will tell you, if you have the COVID antigen or whatever,
Right.
then you would know that you had it already, right?
I think many of us had it.
That's where I'm going. Like, I would like to, when those tests become available, it's like I would like to take one of those, see if I already had it, and then I'll be like, that would be a pretty big relief, right? Like, okay, well, it doesn't make me 100% resistant, but I'm definitely more resistant than I thought I was.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how that really works with COVID, especially with the new strands and stuff, or any
Right.
mutation might not work with the previous strand, but we'll see.
Right. But I mean, even if it's like the flu, that has different strands every year, that has a slightly different strain every year.
Right.
Just the fact that you had it before helps in some regard. It could either help let you know that, okay, you may have some resistance to, part or some part of the whatever form this is coming down the pipeline, or
Right.
it could also just be a sign that, like, look, you're healthy enough to have survived without hospitalization.
Yeah, it kind of gives you an
Even-
idea.
Yeah, even that, like, okay, I'm not resistant to this next strain coming down, but at least I know that I could have the virus and stand a decent chance of not having to be hospitalized.
That's true.
That's pretty cool. All right, moving along here. Do you get a pink shirt also? No, you do not. You don't get a pink shirt. We'll give her like a bright, like a blue shirt or a green shirt. Let's give her a bright green shirt. So I'm hoping that comes around and improves that we're okay. Uh-oh, I think Octavius is trying to, he's gonna take his chances upstairs and see if his little brother doesn't bug him.
How's Darius doing?
Kid does not sleep, man.
Just
Tough.
like every night?
Every night, yeah, he doesn't. He's just up and around. He'll stay up most of the night. Like this week, Friday morning, I was up at like 5:30, getting ready to go to work, and he just walks into the kitchen. Good morning, Dad. Dang it! Go to sleep, kid. He was awake that whole time. Yeah, this has been tough because his preschool did such a good job of like keeping him on a schedule that we're having a hard time, doing the same. You can have black pants. She's Mrs. Rick. I'm Mrs. Rick.
Lori Grimes.
Does she get killed eventually?
Yeah, I'm not sure when she died in the comics, but yeah, in the TV series, like a lot of people hated her. But I mean, yeah, because I mean, she slept with Rick's best friend, right? So
yeah. Does she get murdered on the TV show, or does she get eaten by zombies?
she got eaten. She got bit.
Dang.
Well, no, wait. No, I take that back. She was giving birth to Judah in the TV series, which is Shang's child.
Okay.
And she gave birth to Judah in the prison where enough proper medical equipment to save her. She successfully delivered Judah, of course, but then I think she died, and then Carl had to obviously like stab her in the head when she died, preventing her to turn into a zombie, right? So
yeah,
that's pretty terrible.
That's pretty traumatic.
Yeah, it kind of messed up Carl's head for a while, and Rick tried really hard to try to bring him back.
Right.
But yeah, there were times that you can kind of tell Carl is not all there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean that's the reason why I love Walking Dead, is because it's not really so much about zombies, right? Because they're just mindless, dead beings, but just all that human to human interaction and
right. And once you do the skin and the face on these models start going pretty quick.
Yeah, I wish I could paint that quick though.
That's the long part, is doing the faces and the skin. And once you get past that, it's pretty fast. I died in childbirth. No. Dang. Jeez.
I mean, we got a little bit of taste of what zombie apocalypse is like in this COVID issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously not as terrible or severe, but
Maybe it's preparation for the inevitable.
thought that we'll probably get wiped out by some virus or something.
By zombies, yeah. Probably some. Yeah, you're right. Probably a virus will wipe out humanity.
Yeah.
You can blame the Chinese or not.
Yeah, I just don't understand why our like mainstream media in the United States is just so like they're just
Why we
love
defend the
China.
Chinese?
Yeah,
Because they're
they just
getting paid.
love China. Like
Because they're getting
that's-
paid, dude. That's why.
Yeah, I
That
know a
is
lot
why.
of them are backed, but a lot of them are backed by millions and millions, pump into their their printing press, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, dude, like they literally just opened the wet market like 2 weeks ago after all this shit, and then
Mhm.
they were showing people slaughtering dogs, skinning them alive because it's more fresh. The meat tastes better that way. Still selling
Jeebus.
bat and rat. I mean, not rat, snake.
Yeah.
Bat soup and it just frustrates me so much. Like, yo, you guys have this shit like like out of control, literally 4 or 5 months ago, hit it, and now after some brainwashing, you open it back up again.
What if they're like, you know what? It doesn't matter if we let it out because you got the Wuhan, what's it called? That lab. The infectious. Yeah, they're like, doesn't matter if we let it out because we got the lab right there.
Yeah.
Making new ones and making worse ones. I'm tinfoil hatting it, but yeah.
In the name of science, right? It's always like that. That's how nuclear bomb was developed, and
But I do think that if we were to really understand how many people are in China's pocket.
Yeah. Didn't you see the 3 professors were arrested for espionage?
Yeah.
And then one of them was a Harvard professor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm like who else is on the pay? Like who else is getting paid? I wouldn't be surprised if the media companies are being paid.
Yeah, 90% of them are.
Right? To me, I know I have no proof of this, but when anybody blames Russia for something, I'm like, oh, that's Chinese money talking.
Yeah.
Because like, what is the easiest scapegoat for China? Just pick something very close to China with a very similar motive, and there you have it. Not saying Russia doesn't do shit, but every time it's like Russia is like the go-to.
Yeah.
Because you can accuse Russia of shit and not be racist or not be called a racist, but you can't do that with China.
Yeah.
Ironic. Just saying, dude. Like, and it's not racist to suspect the Chinese government. Okay? Most Chinese people over here suspect the Chinese government. It's the reason why they're over here.
Exactly.
It's not. I don't understand. It's not racist, guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Korea, Japan, and Taiwan condemn it so well, right? Especially
Yeah.
Taiwan.
They're
Like
like,
Taiwan,
we
they're
know
like,
this drill.
no drill. They banned from China, like people traveling from China long
Yeah.
ago. That's why they
Right.
kept the numbers so low. But you know, in the United States, people blame Trump, but Trump banned it a while ago. Then European
Yeah.
travel, but they still call him a racist anyway. So it's like,
Yeah.
well,
This is racist.
like what? It's funny. Like when an Asian country bans China, that's not racist. But when the United States bans China, that's completely xeno.
No, well, specifically when Trump does it.
Yeah, right.
Racist.
Yeah, and I'm always the odd Asian that's like supposed to be whitewashed because I'm like the pro travel ban from China, right? I was called a racist recently. I'm like, wow, yeah, that's cool. I'm
Okay.
actually, yeah, you can say that. I'm an equal racist opportunist if you could say that. Like,
Yeah.
okay. I
You
hate
don't like any
race equally.
races. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, that's the best kind of racist to be. You
Yeah.
you hate all races equally. There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go. Because I
Me-
find every race has certain flaws and perfection. So like, so what?
And I call it understanding that all people can be messed up.
It could be assholes.
If you just understand that very simple truth,
Yes.
that all people can be really messed up,
Yes.
then I think that's better than trying to blame a specific race. But in this case we're blaming you're blaming a government that is just known to be corrupt
CCP.
top to bottom. How is
Mhm.
that racist?
Yeah, the CCP
I don't
is
understand.
exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm sure you heard of how CCP locked up over 1 million Muslims in China, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, our
But
US media doesn't
all the
talk
woke
about.
people over here, they'll defend it. Like they'll defend him. Oh yeah, at least it's not like Trump. That's all that's it. That's all that matters. At least it's not like, I'm not the biggest Trump fan. I didn't vote for Trump, but over the
Me neither.
past 3 or 4 years, I feel like just in the defense of I guess logic, I've had to defend him, and so now I'm just used to like, okay, fine. What else do you have? What else do you want to say here? Because
Yeah, I'm just all numb to it at this point.
it's like, yeah, okay. What else do you have to say here? Because that's it. All right, let's do some gray on this dude. He'll have a gray, he'll have a boring sweater or whatever. No, I don't. At this point, I'm glad that I hope that we do defund the World Health Organization.
Yeah,
Because when I saw that Taiwan shit, I was like, holy shit, man, that guy just flat out dodged the whole, like refused to acknowledge it flat out. And I was like, that is some China talking right there, man.
And China only funds them 90 million a year. And then we fund them over almost $1 billion, 950 million a year. Okay. So I don't understand how they got WHO in their pocket. But when I did research, and obviously independent podcast too, the Tedros, the head guy from WHO, Tedros, where he's from, Ethiopia, he's been funded by China for infrastructure for the last decade. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Taiwan's been trying WHO for a long time, since December 31st. They pull up documents to WHO that they knew something was wrong. And I've been posting this kind of stuff on my Facebook, but obviously no one pays attention to it because they think I'm just a Trump supporter, right?
You're going to get banned, dude.
I got banned several times.
You'll get banned again.
My first 2 posts about coronavirus, about what CCP is doing, I got banned. And me because they're anti-Trump. And I was like, guys, this shit is serious because I don't know what the conditions like about, the R0 spread rate and the death ratio, because China's been hiding a lot of that. But I'm saying censorship when it comes to, viruses or pandemic is just not a good idea. It's not a good combo.
Yeah.
So But yeah, I got banned twice, and I posted all this stuff on Facebook. But people rather pay attention to instead. So
Isn't that crazy? Like, if you think about it, people flee. My parents fled for example, my parents fled the Philippines when the Marcos regime was in power, and our family politically was in danger, right? Because they were rivals. So they fled to this country. They fled a dictatorship, right? And my parents have been eternally grateful for the United States forever, right? Because it's like, this was a godsend for them. This is basically what saved their life. It's the reason why me and my siblings are alive, and we can enjoy, a good, a good, prosperous life with opportunity. Okay. Now imagine if we had done that, if the same thing happens in today's day and age, you flee a dictatorship, and you go to a country, and then you're so grateful to that country that you feel impassioned to warn them, like, hey, that country I just fled, don't deal with their government. Those people are assholes. Don't trust them. Here's your problem. And then you get called a racist.
Yep.
By white people. Then the white people get in line and, you're just, you know what you are? You're an Uncle Tom. You're just Nelson, you're whiter than I am. Like, the white people cannot wait to call you racist. It's the weirdest shit ever. And you're like, dude, I just fled that country. Like, we were just from there, okay?
An experience.
Yeah. So
that's why I find it very silly for me to talk anything politics with some of my gaming friends. And you've been like,
I don't either,
but I know Kelly is like a heavy supporter. He absolutely disliked Trump, and some of the people that,
which is fine.
I still support CQ, but I just think that they never came from a country where it's been so supported by the CCP government, like communism and all that stuff. So
I'm not even trying to be specific about it. I'm just saying, like, it is really, especially, like, I know people, from that are from the Middle East that flee that part of the world. There's a lady I work with, and she fled a country in the Middle East, and she's very proud of her heritage. She's very proud of her culture, and that's awesome. She shares it with us, but she's also, like, very critical of their government and of theocracy and the practices they have over there. And when Albert's in at the wrong time, but when she talks about it at work, like, hey, don't trust this part of the world, I just came from there, people are like, no, you're just being intolerant, being racist. And you're like, wait a minute, if there's one person in the room qualified to talk about this, wouldn't you think it's her? Like, you're basically taking, we always thought they were always talking about, don't erase other people's experiences, don't erase other people's voices. Bitch, you just did that right there. You just erased this person's trying to share an impassioned experience with you because they love this country. They don't want to see, and they just fled a really shitty place, horrible place, and they they need to let you know about it. But whatever. Hey, what's up, Albert? We'll stop talking about that because I'm gonna get banned anyway for failing groupthink here. Oh, we better stop that guy. He's painting Walking Dead. He's talking trash about CCP. He called Marcos a dictator. Oh my God. Was it Marcos a dictator? I don't even know who that is, but this guy's a racist. Get him off there. Oh man. What's up, Albert? Yeah. Okay.
Man,
like
does
this guy.
anyone have experience, even Albert, have like dog shit a lot, like long hair dogs, like German Shepherd or Golden Retriever? My gosh, dude, my gosh,
I do
there's
not
so much
have
hair.
this.
I'd be a billionaire for the amount of hair I could sell off her.
Yeah, my cats, my cat will start shedding in the summer, but he's not that bad. He doesn't actually shed that much.
You talking about Ramsey?
Yeah, he's a short hair cat. He doesn't shed that much. He sheds a little bit in the summer. Oh, and Albert saying he had a Shiba.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that, Albert. I saw your sweep your ass away. Yeah, it looks like a smart dog. Cute dog.
Shiba. One day I'll have a dog again. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. When we're done with cats, I might just go straight lizard town after that.
All the reptiles possible.
Easier. But no, I want a very specific lizard that I used to have when I was before I got married. I had a black and white tegu. It's a carnivorous lizard. They get to about 4 feet in length.
They're super cool.
Super cool lizards. I had one for like almost 20 years before, and she was
They
like,
look intimidating.
yeah, but they're so nice. Well, that's not true. Not all of them are nice, but if you handle them a lot when they're babies and that kind of thing. Like the one I had was like basically a kitty cat. Like that, she would not. I could feed her. She could tear one of my fingers off, but I could feed her, like hold a cricket or whatever in between, my finger, and she was gentle enough where she would just gently pluck it out of my hand.
Oh.
Like really cool pet. Loved that pet. Had her forever, and she died. She died actually while Elizabeth and I were dating. That was like the end of her run, and Elizabeth didn't. And by the time Elizabeth came around, she was already blind. She didn't see very well, so she wasn't good to handle. She was so old that she didn't know. It just wasn't safe anymore. But still, that was a great lizard.
Yeah. I thought about picking up a tegu, but as you mentioned, they get kind of big, and there was
It's a lot of work at first. It is, and then feeding them is a lot of work.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Because you gotta have a lot. You have to have a lot of different food, and they eat a lot. You feed them every day, and you feed them a variety of stuff. They're so cool, though.
Is it dead mice mainly?
No, they're omnivores. So you feed them. You can feed them mice, but you can also feed them fruits and vegetables. You can feed them cat food. Mine used to really like cat food, earthworms, and and like frozen mice. And she would eat. She would occasionally eat fruit. But at the time I had her, it wasn't known that well, like how much fruit they actually needed. So I was feeding her mainly, mainly like meat.
Yeah, I thought about picking up a blue tongue tiger off this.
Oh yeah, blue tongue skink.
Not a skink though. It was blue tongue too. Off it was inside a Petco. I noticed it was getting pretty big, and no one was really, I guess, wanted him or her. And it had a 50% off on it. And I was like, oh, that's a great deal. It was still like 200 or so, but I was like, man, this lizard is already getting big. Like he was probably like 2.5 feet long, and I'm just thinking, man, the habitat's got to be like maybe, yeah, like a size of a room or something in order for it to like run. I just don't have time for that with Hella.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to have a big lizard and a dog at the same time unless you have a lot of time.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's the reason why
You have enough time for one, you probably don't have enough time for both.
for both.
Yeah.
I do a leopard gecko.
Yeah, leopard geckos are nice. They're easy. I have
They're super easy.
our crested geckos. Those are easy. Although I still have 3 of the babies that I need to give away.
Oh, say
They're
friends,
gonna
but they got easy.
they're gonna get bigger and bigger. So hopefully by the time this this lockdown ends, because they're getting to that point where they're big enough to where I may have to move them back in with the mother. And if any of them are male, then that's a problem. Hopefully I can find out and move them in, put all the males in one terrarium and put the females in the other terrarium. I mean, 4 really isn't that bad, but still.
Are they supposed to be communal? Like where they?
Not
Are more-
necessarily, no, not really. But you got to do sometimes.
That's true.
They're okay.
Well, maybe when your kids head back to school, maybe their science. Maybe Elizabeth. Don't they have like science teachers? So science department where they can have like pets or something.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because I know a lot of schools have that.
I think as long as I can sex them before they start mating, I could keep them indefinitely. Because I got enough room for them. It's just we'd rather only have 2 lizards than 4. Where's that needle thing that I use? No, that's not it. But yeah, if anyone wants a crested gecko, let me know. I tried to give Madison 2. You want another crested gecko? She's like, nah, I'm good with my 1.
She got one from you?
Yeah. She was so happy about it too. That was like her favorite thing. Cause I kind of, I thought, Yvonne or Aaron or somebody would want one. And I didn't think of her. And I was talking to Yvonne and I was like, oh yeah, just kind of on a whim. I'm like, yeah, see if Madison wants a crested gecko. And she's like jumping up and down. Yeah, I want one.
Yeah.
Good. So that worked out. They're so easy to take care of though. The big male that we have is actually the nicest one. That's the one that Octavius handles the most.
What about Darius? Do you let him play with them?
A little bit. He's not the most gentle kid, so we have to be very careful with him. He's not even that interested. He's not nearly as interested in live animals as Octavius is anyways. He loves dinosaurs, but he's not that interested in, like when we take him to the zoo and stuff, he's not nearly as into it. Octavius loves all the live stuff.
Just convince him that they're dinosaurs anyway. So
Yeah.
Mini dinosaurs.
Yeah, once we can teach him how to be more gentle with them, should be okay.
Sit down.
Oh, this guy. So how does this character? Is this character still alive?
Carol in the TV show?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
She's a badass in the TV show, though.
Yeah. I like this. So I got her in kind of a little more typical mom garb here. Except her shoes aren't going to be as sensible. I love the character she has on her face, though. These models, they're, you know, yeah, I can see some people, you know, complaining that the sculpts are a little bland, but who cares? They have good expression on their faces and their characters. I think these have a lot more character than your average GW buff guy.
Hello. Sit down. Sit down. Want to come hang out? You sit down.
Hello.
Sit down. I'll keep calling your name. She's like, who's that?
She seems like a handful.
Yeah, she is like a little child, literally. She understands a lot of what I'm saying, and like she has temper tantrums too. Whenever she's tired about it, and like she would just trying to break shit and cry.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like a little kid. Didn't expect a German Shepherd so handful.
All right, what is this guy? This bald dude.
I'm not sure if that's Cooper or give me one sec. I know for sure he's on the governor's team, like another henchman. But let me see.
And he's just like wearing a t-shirt with sport pads on.
Yeah, I think he's either Eugene. Oh no, he's Eugene. That's right. He's Eugene Cooney, not the Rick Grimes Eugene.
Not the nerd guy.
Not the nerd guy, but this guy is Eugene Cooney. He's yeah. He's more of a tanky guy on the governor's team.
Okay. Let's
He's
see.
a big guy.
Just make him kind of drab colors.
Resident Evil 3 Kickstarter is coming up.
Oh no. Is that Steamforged?
Yes, sir.
Wait, I thought you were disappointed in the sculpts in the Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I thought they would be bigger, like maybe a 28 or 30.
Yeah.
But they came to be like 25, right? I think that's about the size.
They seemed like they were, 25 or even like
Smaller.
closer to 20, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was like my biggest complaint. But I mean, the gameplay is not too bad. Plus, it has single player, so
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's compatible with RE2, of course, so I don't have to go all out on it again. But probably just have you ping some of the main characters for that, and I'll probably just ping the zombies.
I might, well, you know, since I'm a Steamforged champion or whatever, maybe I'll back that, or I could just paint your set and we can play that set.
Sure. Yeah.
We can do a game on stream or something.
For sure. I can just let Lindsay and can just, I don't know, do some extra live stream or something. I
Mhm.
missed out last year because I got too busy, but this year I'll support it. Whatever I
Nice.
had to do. Yeah.
Oh, for
And I'll
sure.
probably put up my Guild Ball teams for sale for donation.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, because I'm not playing them, and I have like 5 or 6 teams. So
I just made you that blacksmith waifu team. It's actually a pretty good team.
yeah,
Yeah. What it's actually I put that team together with the idea of like, okay, this is going to be for casual people or people I teach the game, because it's actually that team is capable of doing a lot of like cool stuff. Okay, so I'll do this.
I think blacksmith they just look silly. They're cool, but they're just silly. I mean, they're wearing like full on armor to a ball game. Come on, like what the f? You can't
Let's
even move.
What's a Steamforge champion? I was asking myself that same question for several weeks, Albert. A Steamforge champ. Apparently, well, what happened was Steamforge scrapped the old pundit program. So all those of us who were promoting Guild Ball and running Guild Ball tournaments and events and that kind of stuff, we were part of that old volunteer program called Pundit, the Pundit program, and they scrapped the Pundit program, and they wanted a new volunteer program that was a little more, I guess, a little more media focused and a little more comprehensive with their game offering. So not just Guild Ball, so God tier, God tier, Dark Souls, all that stuff kind of falls under the would be stuff that they want to see more of promotion wise. So they made this new program, Champions, and they didn't let as many, the people who were pundits thought they were just thought that it was presumptive, and I thought too. I thought that they were just going to automatically let all the previous pundits back in, and it was basically just renaming the program and making the program cover more games. But what they ended up doing was they only accepted a very limited amount of champions. And I think because there was more emphasis on your social media presence, I have a decent social media presence, but not, but some of these other guys did not. So I made it into the program and they didn't. And it was weird. It's weird and confusing, but now I think it's starting to make more sense. Hey, what's up, Mark? Man with Bat, my favorite Walking Dead character.
More.
Long time no see, Maine. We got to get you back on these streams, dude. Using Zoom as the hangout now, even though Zoom is, people be hacking into Zoom. Hearing reports of people dropping porn in on some of these Zoom streams, which, in my case, I think I would be, somewhat grateful for, but YouTube probably wouldn't like it. Yeah. Look at that. This dude have a bat. But yeah, that's the Champions program. So I'm still going to be doing the Guild Ball stuff, but I'm also going to be doing God tier, which is actually a pretty fun game. Starting to like it more and more. I got to do some. I picked up a new champion for God tier. Paint that. One of these days, I think me and Yvonne will go play some more God tier because she still enjoys the game. You got to figure out how Zoom works. It's really easy. Here, let me do this. I don't know if you're. Let me do this real quick. Oops, sorry. Keep knocking that stupid thing. Let's see if I can find you here. Like you could just click the link and you're in. See if you're, I don't know if you may not have been on Facebook for like 9 years or whatever, but I sent you the Zoom link. You could just click on that and then it'll set up the client for you and it'll pop you in and it's just like Google Hangouts used to be. Yes, and then last but certainly not least, this dude. I need to come back and I'm gonna do an off-white on this guy's shirt. But I gotta do that on this guy as well. It's looking like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Row. So this guy's gonna have full Shaggy attire. Actually, Shaggy's had a green t-shirt. Huh. If I really want him to look like, Shaggy, the outside shirt should be green. Even though Shaggy had a green t-shirt. You haven't been on Facebook for 10,000 years. Is it because you're like, you're not like Jose that's convinced that the government is spying on him? Government spying on me.
I think government's Facebook is off tons of information to depend on. So that's why Zuckerberg called to the Congress.
True. I'm just not sure what they would steal from Jose. Or from me.
How he failed to acquire Scully's phone number and why it took 6 hours for him from LA to San Diego.
That's what they'll ask him.
Yes.
In the grand jury, the grand jury investigation.
Yes.
So Jose, why did you immediately blow it with Scully?
Like you were correct. We were this whole time. But the biggest question is, how is it possible for someone to take 6 hours to drive from LA to San Diego? God.
Oh man. Octavius the other night, he was like, Daddy, are you gonna stream tonight? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. It's like, if you are, can you please be nice to Jose?
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, you're right, son. You are the better man. Shaggy got a strap, man. Look at him go. Yoinks! Yo, Scoob. I'm gonna bust a cap in this zombie's ass. Oh, we got somebody in Zoom. Here we go. So does it, here we go. All right, so Mark is in.
Okay.
Dog barking?
Yes, that's my dog barking outside the door because I don't fucking know.
What's up, man?
Hey, I've been painting Infinity. A lot of Infinity.
Yeah.
So that's just
Sweet.
the biggest backlog I have.
So how's your family doing during El Quarantine de Corona?
Nobody has tried to murder each other yet, so I
That's
guess
good.
it's a good sign. I think I'm the one who's going like the most insane, which is depressing.
I thought you were made for these moments though.
I thought I was too, but I'm like a month and a week in, and I'm already ready to like leap out the window and just walk along the highway for a little bit.
Are there, I didn't even know, are there like any cases, like reported cases out where you are?
There were a handful, and I guess today there's like 14 cases in a it's I forget what the term, it's called like a continued care home for like people who get out of the
Okay.
hospital and don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was in 29, which is a fair distance away.
Okay.
But and I found this out like last night or something, because Mom said that she was gonna go get a couple things from the store, and she asked if I had like a mask or something, and I found a box of those whatever.
N95s?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
N95s that I bought like 2 years ago, so I
Mm-hmm.
could wear them while I'm airbrushing.
Oh, nice. Those things are as uncomfortable as hell though. N95s?
I'm kind of used to them, but yeah.
Yeah. I will be the first to come out and admit, when I first put on just a cloth face mask, I was like, I look pretty good as a bandit. I mean, it's a good look. If you've seen more people in public, like, good look for some people look really good with most of their face covered up. I think I'm one of those people. Like,
I can't tell if that's a good thing or not.
I gotta, the first day I was wearing the mask around, and I got a compliment, feeling good about myself.
Okay, but is it a compliment or like is it a read? It's like, yeah, you look good with your face covered up.
Well, somebody who knew me, so I guess I don't know.
It doesn't really.
She'd
doesn't
seen
really
me
answer
without
the
my.
question.
She'd seen my face without the mask, and she was like, "Yeah, you look good." So maybe she was saying I look much better now that she can't see my face. I'll take it.
I could stand looking at you now that I don't have to
yeah,
actually look at you.
I'm gonna accept that compliment. It's a good one. Oh man, there's some tears going on upstairs. Those two kids are fighting. That's what's going on here. Is little childs that don't sleep anymore and want to play every hour of the night now.
Are you
That's what we
minutes
got.
away from toddler wrestling?
Let's see if Octavius is, if he can't take the noise upstairs, he'll be coming in here pretty soon, and he'll hang out with our live stream, which he's done. He's done that a few times now. So we'll see how that goes. Look at this. Look at Shaggy with a little strap, man. He's great. Yo, Scoob.
They did some like Scooby-Doo zombie apocalypse comic.
Yeah.
I never read it, but
How do you
they
do
did it.
that? I don't understand how we were able to gentrify zombies. I don't get
Well,
that.
it was more made for adults.
True, but I mean,
Instead of
even things
kids.
like playing Minecraft, zombies in Minecraft, and there's the whole like, oh, I'm gonna go out and fight zombies they have Nerf zombie guns. You you give to little kids and they play out. This is before all the virus shit, but it was like, yeah, you just play out a little zombie apocalypse with your kids, and you shoot at what were once people, and you shoot them in the head and blow their brains out, and it's good fun for the whole family.
I don't know who's to blame, but it's probably for it.
It's right. Who decided that was okay? Right? Somebody made that call. Like, zombies, we'll let it pass. Oh shit, there's half a nipple in this shot. No. Don't let the kids see. Don't let them see a
Maybe it's
nipple.
like
Chainsaw
kinda-
into those zombies. Okay, yeah. Let's make that one. Let's make a Nerf version of that. Be great for kids.
maybe it's like how there's like how sometimes you'll see like adult jokes and or like jokes that are meant for the adult watching the
Yeah.
Disney movie, and then it just kind of spiraled out of control from there.
Maybe somebody is in charge though. Somebody's in charge and is like, we have money invested in this zombie thing, and they just made it okay. They're gentrifying Warhammer 40K. They made Slaanesh no longer has boobs, which is weird. And
What?
yeah, the Keeper's Secrets don't have
Yeah.
any secrets anymore. It's just a cow basically. Look, a cow.
You know what? I still want.
And-
I want to get a pack of those plastic Sisters of Battle and like just to paint and like have sit on a shelf.
I don't understand. Like, okay, so they chopped all the boobs off of the demonettes. You can't have boobs on demonettes, but they want boobs on Space Marines. I
And
don't.
yet, For
I
some
don't
reason,
understand. I just.
for some reason, putting boobs on Space Marines is what gets me interested.
How do you gentrify 40K? 40K is a Nazi universe. The entire Imperium of Man is it's the worst combination of the Nazi and Holy Roman Empire regime put together. How do you make that palatable for kids by saying, "Oh, well, we took the boobs off the minis." You took the boobs off. That was the area that you had the problem with. Yeah, we took the boobs off with the demonette. Now
Well,
we got
they're
on Space Marines.
Europeans. They're
What?
I have some weird ideas.
So it's and like, yeah, so now my daughter can play Space Marines. Your daughter can now play genetically engineered fascists
Who want to and
because
word
they
for word.
stuck boobs on them.
want
What?
and this is word for word wipe out all the Xenos.
Yeah, exactly. Who are the people that gentrify shit? Because there's no rhyme or reason for what is acceptable and what isn't. They just, oh yeah, we fixed it. How'd you fix it? We took the boob off that one, and now it's on this one.
With
What?
the Slaanesh minis, it literally is we
The
took
god of
boob.
seduction can't seduce you, but Space Marines who they actually sterilize during the process and who actually really don't have a sex, a sex beyond not wanting to spill their gene seed and fisting each other. Other than that, they stuck boobs on them. Like, what? That
Honorable.
doesn't even make sense. There's like no function for that unless it. And if they were, the funnier thing would be if they actually did like create a reason, like we need female Space Marines because they need to be able to breastfeed on the most inhospitable planets. That would be more offensive than anything.
Well, you take the breasts off of the Slaanesh demons, but you fully have chicks running around wearing like pasties and
Oh yeah. The
chainsaws. It's like that's fine.
yeah, Sisters Repentia. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
there's no consistency in it. And when you point it out to the Crusaders, they're like, see how woke 40K is now. You're like, is it? You finally have female representation in it that offends most females now. Good job. Oh, we got Canvas. My 4-year-old son found all his eggs this morning. Turns out he doesn't like chocolate that much because he unwrapped and rehid the fucking things. Now we have half melted chocolate all over the house. Your kid is awesome. That is
Kids
great.
going places.
That kid's going places. That kid's great, man. Although I never met a kid that really didn't like chocolate. I guess Darius, he's more like me. He'll eat chocolate, but ultimately he likes baked goods, likes cookies and that kind of shit. That's what I like. And that kid is still awake, and he's gonna be awake. I may go up there and borrow him and try to bore him to death down here. That's the plan. Maybe I can just bore him to death. Look at how scared that guy looks. Yeah. But me and Octavius have been playing like all the board games, but now mostly Shadows of Brimstone. That's our deal now. Been playing the shit out of that game. All right. So Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, the series that they totally didn't piss all over.
Yeah, Nelson can tell me all about that. The pissing on the Walking Dead stuff. I think this is the color I was using for shit. I don't remember. Damn it. To remember what color I was using for the bases, for the grass on the base. I think it's this color.
I saw a breakdown of the plot line of the most latest Star Wars movie, and it made my head fucking hurt.
Octave and I were talking about like last night or the night before. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was explaining that it's a good story now.
It's just like, so you're telling me, right? Palpatine somehow knew that not only did he, according to the comics, set up the entire prequel trilogy by impregnating Anakin's mother with the Force somehow.
Yeah, he got that.
But he knew Darth Vader was going to portray him, which kind of makes sense because that's how Sith shit goes.
Yeah.
But he managed to clone himself, have just not only had a backup body, but had another body that got out and fathered Rey. And he somehow pushed his life essence out of his body before he died in the Death Star into the new body. And he's just been kind of hanging out, you know, making the First Order, making Snoke so that he can train Kylo Ren, while also simultaneously setting up Rey to become a Force user, so that he can implant himself in one of their bodies. It's like, you fucking what?
Yeah, it's pretty gangster if you ask me, man. Yes.
Yeah.
That's just peak. We don't have a villain anymore, so let's bring back the old guy.
Yeah, and by doing that, you now have 9 movies just wrecking the Skywalkers.
Movie.
Right. It's just the Skywalker. The only point that you can agree on is the Skywalker is the shittiest, most inferior line of Jedi ever, because one dude fucks with 3 entire generations of Skywalkers until the line ends, and then his fucking granddaughter comes, kisses the last one, thereby sucking the last bit of life from the last Skywalker, then that bitch turn around and take his name away from him. How fucking gangster is that shit? Holy crap. That's
Yeah.
like,
I could be here. I could be here all night, just mad. I have to grab my headphone charger.
and sorry, but I did actually tell my son that is the story of Star Wars.
Pretty much.
Because you can't, because the most ardent fans can't disagree with that. Like, no, that's all true.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
me, I was like, that's a good explanation. Like, and, like Ray did take up. Well, sorry for the spoilers, but yeah, like Ray did take up name of Skywalker in the end, where she kind of visited the planet Tatooine where Luke grew up. But it's like, yo, like, she's not a Skywalker though. Because you take someone's name doesn't mean that makes you that lineage or that
Look,
person.
The real takeaway. The real takeaway from the new trilogy is that Darth Sidious is a literal god.
Yeah, basically. That's the story. Like,
The
look
story
at how
of
dope
all-
this one guy is.
The story of all Star movies is Darth Sidious is a literal god.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And then you can even get into like you were saying, like, think about the dude is just running around the galaxy throwing that D around and just getting people pregnant and shit.
Well,
That is fire, man.
Ray
That's
wasn't
like,
even
oh my god, that's how gangster you are.
Ray. He didn't even technically father Ray. One of his rogue clones did.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing, and this is where I'm going to put on my Star Wars nerd hat. But I'm one of the few people who played The Force Unleashed and remembers that they make a specific point to say that you can't clone Jedi because they always come out really fucking insane and just weird. But I guess that doesn't count anymore because Disney are just hiring the stupidest writers they possibly can find.
Yeah.
That was my other point to my son. Disney ruins everything, son.
They ruined Marvel, and now they ruined Star Wars.
Oh, man. Man, when you are that much of a pimp that you have clones throwing the dick around the galaxy on your behalf, come on. That's pretty dope.
The takeaway from the new trilogy isn't, anybody can be a powerful Jedi. Anybody can do anything. It's Darth Sidious is a god.
Yeah.
Darth Sidious is in your universe. You might as well just kill yourself.
Darth Sidious got people Tracy Morgan pregnant, and then they became gods. Their offspring.
Darth Sidious exists in your universe. You might as well just pack it in. Because no matter what you do, no matter how you try and stop him, he's going to have a backup plan in place.
And wait, somebody clarify something for me, right? So in the last movie, he wanted Rey and Kylo to fight and kill him, right? So that they would become powerful and he can inhabit them, right? Is that what that was the deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets his granddaughter to trick all the Jedi to back her so that she could beat him, and then therefore he would then possess her body because that was his plan all along, and then he would take the Skywalker name.
Yeah.
So
well, his plan was to kind of have them fight each other, and then he was just going to swoop in and take whichever one, won.
Was stronger, right? Or
Yeah,
whichever one survived.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this motherfucker planned on having a clone body and planned on one of those clone bodies going rogue and impregnating some random chick. And
I think
I don't know that
Palpatine had an offspring. The movie just didn't show, but still explain that daughter or the son impregnated Rey's mother or father or whatever. anyway, but you get what I mean. But yeah,
Yeah.
Ray did have parents, but yeah, it just makes sense. A lot of sense.
Well, that's what happens when you get two different directors to direct your 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 fucking movie trilogy.
Oh yes, that's very true. But Jar Jar Abram had like a template going on. Roundhead Johnson just decided to just say "F it," I'm not gonna follow it. So
Mhm.
No,
there was a little bit of beef between them two too after that. But Kathleen Kennedy didn't want to admit it.
Dude, what color did I use on your bases, Nelson? I'm stuck on this sad
I don't know.
detail at the end
all
of
good.
the process.
It's all good.
I have too many greens on this table. Shit. Which one is it? I don't even
So
think
Mark,
it's.
you'd be interested to play third edition Batman with us.
Yeah.
when the dust settles on all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like more Batman things than any sane human being should own.
Yeah, dude. I was telling you how much we miss playing Batman with you guys.
I'm
You don't even
excited
calm
for
down.
the changes
Are they going to make it a good game?
because Chris has been playing it and he's a big Batman guy and he suffered through second edition, which we were like, I'm out. Too much weird bullshit going on in second edition.
Well, second
But-
edition was fine until they introduced magic.
Well, that and then they kept adding more objectives, and then they kept fucking with the base sizes, and then
Oh
it
yeah.
just became a mess. Like it was supposed to be streamlined first edition, but they kept piling more rules into it.
It's a beautiful game.
And now it looks like what they have now is like the activations are way simpler now.
Well, I
Um,
want that third edition Birds of Prey box set. The one that's like
yeah,
the
I think
movie Harley.
Chris got that.
I fucking want that box set.
Oh my god, I really cannot find that green that I've been using.
Watch that movie.
Yeah, it but so apparently the games only go four turns now. You have a deck that you flip through for that gives you like what your objectives are to score victory points.
So kind of like
Which is neat.
Malifaux.
Kind of. And then but certain factions have different decks for what their objectives are. And then you
Okay.
have and then like for a normal activation you can only take one action, right? There's either move, attack / interact, or special. But each turn you get 4 of these, I forget what they're called, but you get these 4 tokens that you can apply to different models that turn. And when that model activates, they get to take all 3 of those actions. So you don't have, like random thug running around with 6 willpower that can do 9 different things during their turn. The game lasts like 3 hours.
You don't have random like 9 different thugs with willpower 4 that just walk around and jerk off, basically.
Yeah. Or no, they park on the same objective. They park on the ammo objective and just I'll shoot again. Like that was second edition. But every
In a
new team
nutshell.
came out had 4 new objectives. This is now the drug and gas objective, but it only works as a drug for you, but it's a gas for them. Like that was second edition. Like everything had a fucking different objective.
I'll never forget us looking up the gas trait. What's a gas weapon? It's a weapon that is a gas.
That was the explanation. How do gas weapons work? We tried to look it up.
They are weapons, they are gases.
Thanks, guys. Golf clap.
I actually have Arkham Knight Scarecrow on my painting desk.
Nice.
That is, as far as I'm concerned, the best Scarecrow mini in that entire line.
There's they now have a they now have a Jason Todd Robin sculpt out. Did you see that one?
I saw the new comic book Red Hood one, but I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's Jason Todd Robin.
I can get into that.
That's cool. But yeah. And then I have the season 2 Batman Gotham City Chronicles, which is still okay, still a decent game if you have a bunch of people.
I like that they have a Kite Man model.
They have what?
They have a Kite Man model.
Yeah, people went nuts over that. Oh, there's Kite Man.
Well, he's a man on a kite. Like, what's not to love about that?
No, it's a leaf, basically. It's a kite. Oh. The board game Bronze Tiger sculpt is amazing. So that has Suicide Squad, League of Assassins. It has Batman Inc. So you get like Batman from Batman of Japan and the Russian Batman, and you get all those characters as well.
I like the big Feed Me Seymour plant.
Yeah,
Frank. And Oracle. That's actually a really nice Oracle model.
Yeah, stupid Night Models keeps making awesome things that I like. I just let the game be at least not a 2.5 hour nightmare, and I'll play it.
Yeah. But I shouldn't need to look through like 4 different rule books just to figure out what one thing does.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I'm pretty hopeful for it. And besides, with the board game Kickstarter, I have 1 million crews.
It's true. And just with how much Batman I've bought, I have 1 million crews too.
I still have I looked through my Batman stuff the other day, and I still have a metal Court of Owls, and I didn't even realize I had that.
Oh, shit.
I thought I sold all my Court of Owls. So I have a metal Court of Owls. I have Organized Crime, that's basically just the Wonderland crew. And then I have Secret Six, which isn't a thing anymore. But
the secret is there's only 5 of them.
that makes me sad. More Secret Six. Damn it. Secret Six was the best. Because you could put the Parademon in.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Darius. You still awake, huh?
We don't do this Spinosaurus.
Oh, Spinosaurus. I don't want to play Spinosaurus right now.
Stegosaurus.
Yeah, I'm painting, buddy. Why don't you go to bed like a normal human? No. How about no Spinosaurus? That kid is not gonna sleep. You're welcome to come here. You want to be part of the show, Darius? No? Not quite the broadcaster his brother is. Okay. Octavius would be all up in this show. But we got him thinking good things. Disney is evil, not to be trusted.
Don't trust the mouse.
Yeah. Don't trust the mouse.
Mouse will stab you in an alleyway and take your wallet. And South Park's been saying don't trust the mouse for years.
Yeah.
I actually, last night I just watched the South Park episode on tabletop gaming, and it's scary how accurate they got some of that stuff.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Is that like, was that done recently? Is that like,
yeah, that was this season, I think.
oh, damn.
It
What
starts
would-
off with 2 of the girls wanting to join Cartman and his tabletop group
Okay.
at school, and they're playing D&D, and he's like, "Oh, we're playing an RPG game. It's called D&D." I'm like, "Yeah, we know. We got characters." their characters all rolled up and they know the rules better than them. So Cartman starts throwing a fit about how the girls are ruining it because they're actually playing by the rules and winning. And that sounded painfully familiar. And then the girls make their own tabletop group, and it's actually really similar to like Strategicon,
Okay.
where they have like all these different areas where people are playing different kinds of games, and they name drop things like Descent.
Okay.
And the girls all have their miniatures all painted when they start playing Blood and Plunder,
Okay.
and it's so good. Same time,
Dang,
they
I
have
need to watch that.
they have a side plot going about how PC principal and the vice principal are going up against this it's like Macho Man Randy Savage, but he claims he's a transgender woman and he's winning all of the
Oh, I saw that
sports.
clip. Yeah. I saw that clip. So it's that episode? Okay. So it'd be easy to find that episode.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yes. That's cool. Did you go to the last OrcCon or whatever?
I did not.
Okay. We were trying to figure out what to do post Kingdom Con. So I had Fulmination planned for May. Obviously that's out. And then
that's fucked.
we were gonna play me and Kevin and Regan. We're gonna fly to Chicago in July and play in the North American Team Championship.
Assuming that's not fucked too.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Even though it's in July, it's probably what's going to happen. I think is people are probably still not going to be all that eager to hop on planes and travel for something like this.
Well, I was just talking to my Anime Expo group, and I'm fully prepared for it to be canceled, but I don't want it to be because this year I don't know how she did it, but my friend Amy got a room that's like right next to the convention center.
Nice.
It's like a 2-minute walk to and from the con center. Or to the con center, and it's like, please give me this one thing.
Nice, just the 1 year. Dear God.
It's just the one Anime Expo. I'm tired of people staring at me weird because I'm waiting for a shuttle outside of frickin' some vegan burger restaurant wearing drag in the day.
Well, it's AX though.
Well, more importantly, it's LA. That should be
Once-
the
yeah,
least of your concerns.
man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of going into LA unless I absolutely have to.
I like going for Anime Expo, but that is like, it's like a vacation kind of thing.
The last time I was in LA, that was when we were taking Michael, the Polish paladin, to a quote unquote
You-
hostel,
You almost died.
and we almost died. Oh man. Yeah, it's too bad too, because Guild Ball just got the Shepherd's Guild just came out, and the errata, they just errated a bunch of stuff, and they nerfed Soma, and Nav's got a boost, and Engineers got a really good boost.
Wanting to play Guild Ball.
Yeah,
I was planning on before all this started happening, I was planning on coming down, but I got sent straight to hell, obviously.
yeah, it would have been like such a good time to play Guild Ball. Yeah. So I'm just painting teams. I painted up. I don't know if you saw my my waifu blacksmiths team.
I did.
Oh, they
will
got.
support
They are
all-
so good now. Cast is now basically the new auto include.
I don't. It doesn't really matter to me if they're good. They're waifus. And
Yeah,
that's all that
waifu
matters.
teams are pretty sick. Waifu Masons is viable, and waifu Alchemist is very viable.
Oh, shit.
But I just don't like playing smoke. But I may have to make an exception
I might have to make an exception.
just to play it. But I think waifu blacksmiths is going to be the most fun because you have 2 pirates as part of that team, which is
That's true.
already pretty good. Yeah, I think that errata is pretty good overall. I'm glad they nerfed Vet Cat. But he's still like alchemists are still in very good shape as a guild.
Even though they have SJW Venom.
Yeah, still have SJW Ven.
Venom
Oh.
the PC baby.
And they made Pin Vice super fun too.
I actually just found my Pinvice team last night.
Yeah, that team is fun now. Cause you get, well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
You get to do a free pass. Well, that's just permanent now on a Pin Vice team. But it's once per turn. So it's basically the whole team has Potbelly Pass.
That's pretty hot.
So you could end up doing some crazy like ball jank with them. So yeah, engineers are super fun right now. Okay. All right, looking pretty good. Just need stuff to dry here for a second. Let me do some highlighting on this dude's pads.
I guess on the plus side of this, it finally motivated me to read some new manga and shit.
Nice.
I've been reading and just started watching Fire Force, which I thought was going to be bad, but honestly, I think it's something you'd be into.
Yeah.
It's
Fire
like
Force.
it's
Never heard of it.
It's it kind of takes place in a city where most of the world has ended and humans randomly become fire demons called infernals. They have a special firefighting brigade that fights them.
Yes.
It's by the guy who made Soul Eater, so shit kind of goes off the deep end after a while.
Okay.
In the best way.
What do you watch it on?
It's dubbed on Hulu.
On Hulu. Okay. It's called Fire Force.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's anime. They have me half in already.
There's one character later on called Tamaki. Her whole thing is that she has a lucky lecture lore where randomly pieces of her clothes will fall off. Or like randomly people will just suddenly be groping her.
She is specifically the fan service character.
It's pretty amazing though.
That's awesome. I could watch that kind of stuff. Still need more anime themed miniature games. The biggest, right. The biggest gap right now in miniature games, and nobody sees it except for the criminals. They're the only, they were the only ones that they're like, hey, we should make an anime themed game. Or we could just rip off people a bunch of money. Why don't we do both? It's a great idea, buddy.
I just
And then they high-fived.
I still go back and read their like breakdown of like, here's what we owe on, here's how far behind we're on all these projects. It's like, how the fuck does this happen?
Yeah, my only return on investment is the comment section in the Kickstarters. Just watching people lose their shit. Like, okay, that was kind of worth my money, I guess. 3 years later, I got three years worth of people talking mad shit.
I just like that they're like, well, we were targeted unfairly on the internet. It's like, no,
No,
you guys were
they
shit
were-
talked because you're thieves.
you were targeted accurately on the internet.
It's like, it's
I
not the
like
Russian
that,
trolls this time, guys.
the last update is you can buy our new things, and if you're lucky, we might pack in some of your Kickstarter shit and send it over to you for buying our new things. We're not going to tell you what we're sending over, and there's no promise you'll get anything, but hey.
I saw they had a mini that was like, it was like themed after 2B from Nier. I was like, I kind of want that. And I saw they had that stupid chain collar on it that you couldn't like mod off. And then one of my friends got a 3D printer and just printed me a 2B mini. It's like, why do I need to give you guys more money again?
The worst part of it is the Way of the Fighter minis. They were like, I physically saw a photo of the completed minis. They had them in a pile that they were going to sort and send out. But I know that pile got destroyed or something because they couldn't pay that vendor. So that vendor took their completed minis and destroyed them. Well,
that's understandable.
They were my minis. At least some of them were.
Well, it's kind of understandable when you consider that the vendor had to deal with Soda Pop.
Right. If I was that vendor, you know what I would have done?
I would have sent them a video.
I would have priced those minis at cost, gone back to the people who supported the Kickstarter and said, we'll sell you these minis at cost. We just won't give, Ninja Division a fucking dime of this. So I know it sucks. You have to pay more money, but we'll at least send it directly to you. Like I would have paid extra. I would have done that.
I just like that they, for their the Pathfinder but in space minis, they said, yeah, Archon Studios is lifting this burden from us. It's like, what really happened was Archon bought the rights to make those minis and told Ninja Division, if y'all don't stop, we're gonna, and basically send a cease and desist to Ninja Division.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, we're gonna help you guys out. It's like,
it wasn't. It was not an amicable thing, right?
If you keep doing this, we're gonna sue you.
Jeez. Yeah. And I've been breaking out all my old Anima Tactics minis to use for Shadows of Brimstone and stuff, and showing my son. I broke out the Anima Tactics book and showed it to my son, and I'm like almost in tears because my son loves Morrigan.
Oh, I have her sitting right behind me.
I have her right here. Yeah, I have my Morrigan. Nelson, have you ever seen this mini? I gotta show this to you.
I put mine on a infinity tag base, and I'm gonna paint her up again.
No, that's a cool mini. Wow.
This is an Anima Tactics mini. It's like one of the best.
Can you bring it back on camera?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. That is cool.
One of the best miniature ranges that ever existed, in my opinion.
That got ruined because the artist is a friggin' psychopath who's never made a game before.
Here's another Anima Tactics mini.
Yeah, I really like that one. I asked you, I think, maybe last year when you had it on. Yeah, I really like that.
The game has balls good minis. Like I gave this guy black hair because I don't know, and I was like, Yeah, I'm gonna use this for my Shadows of Brimstone guy.
That game has Pulse Good Kilbasa in it.
Yeah, it's
else do you
Polska
need to know?
Kilbasa, who's like one of the coolest looking samurai guys. And today Octavius asked me, he's like, Daddy, will you show me how to play Anima Tactics one day? And I was like, oh, yes, I will. It's so sad though. Because even he's like, Daddy, these are some of the best miniatures I think I've ever seen. I know, right? These are some of the best minis you've ever seen.
You could tell he inherited your taste.
Yeah. So just it made me think of you, and I was like, man, this was the most Mark game that ever existed.
It really was. Because
And-
it's like one of the only games that I've
Hey.
seen that had an equal balance of sexy women and sexy men.
Yeah, it had fan service for everyone. Octavius, do you like Anima Tactics?
I don't even know what that is.
You asked me today if I would show you how to play it.
But I don't. But
Remember?
I haven't even played it yet. So how do
I know you, but do you like the minis though, right?
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Why you're wearing your happy Easter shirt already?
Well, I don't want to.
It's gonna be Easter in 30 minutes, I guess, technically.
Well, I don't want to waste time.
You can't
picking
sleep?
Clothes.
Can you sleep? Is your little brother keeping you awake?
Well, yeah. But I watched Dino King.
You watched Dino King?
Yeah,
Did you like it?
yeah. Remember, Dino King is Speckles the Turbosaurus.
Oh, they call it Dino King.
Yeah.
But Speckles the Turbosaurus in South Korea or wherever that movie came from originally. Which is a great movie if you ever want to watch a cool dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. So you just watched that right now?
Yeah.
Cool.
I came down right as I finished it.
Yeah? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come hang out here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody what you learned about Disney?
That it's
Say it.
that it's horrible.
Oh yes.
And
Good.
It's an evil company.
Good. Disney is an evil company. Good, son. All right. Good. Teaching them young. Here we go. Oh man.
And they own a terrifying amount of things.
Watch another channel.
You just watch another channel. That's
Yeah.
right, son. Okay.
Just swipe this video down.
Just swipe the video.
Just do this.
Oh man. Yeah, there's a did you know that there's a group of people that are looking to actually try to revive the Eldorado license?
And it's not PhD in feelings.
No, it's not PhD in feelings. It's like some of the actual like the old promoters.
Well, I can get into that.
Yeah.
Can we have Anima Tactics instead?
Yes.
Like I would love if Eldorado got revived, but can we have Anima Tactics instead?
We could probably just sit down and write an updated rules edition for Anima Tactics.
We
And
have
then-
to call it like not Anima Tactics, like
Yeah.
Blanima Tactics.
No, we got to call
Tanima
it something
Tactics.
really English. We could call it
Let's go fight and protect my
the
balls.
pantyhose dilemma or something, right?
I don't understand the question, but
Yeah, or ham sandwich arsenal, something very English.
I like ham sandwich arsenal.
Are you trying to say English?
Right, but English.
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 That's,
English, it means a very specific thing, son.
That's not a word.
It's
Oh,
not
yes,
it's
no.
not a proper word, but it's actually a term. It actually means something. We could call it all kinds of stuff.
You can just give it like 12 different names.
Coffee regrets. You just take any two English words, and the more obscure reference it sounds, the more English it sounds.
Any English word
Yeah,
and another English word.
yeah. But use fancier English words like dilemma, prognostication.
Some things that I want to use.
Yeah.
The tactician's prognostication. Which
But
is nothing.
it clearly cannot make sense, no matter, you know. You could have like the pineapple thesis, right?
Cruel
So
pineapple
you
thesis.
call it a pineapple thesis, right? And you have this like hyper futuristic world, and then at some point there's like an old scientist guy that talks about an experiment and is like, we nicknamed it the pineapple thesis.
Um.
You can get behind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are you trying to make up a name for animatronics?
Yes. What do you want to call Anima Tactics?
No, I'm just asking.
I still think Judgmental Uncle would make a great name.
Which is meant to-
But we've already kind of designed a party game for Judgmental Uncle.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the name of our company, Judgmental Uncle Gaming.
You
Wait,
can-
you guys don't even judge each other, or do you?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Yeah. None of us are doctors. We all judge each other.
Then one of you becomes a doctor. You say, oh, but the neighbor kid is doctor and engineer.
Doctor and engineer. You still lose. You thought you were so important being doctor finally. But now there is doctor and engineer. Now you can be everything, engineer and doctor.
Why would you want me to be an engineer?
Because it's good money.
You call it like the real faux blues.
How about?
Engineer good money, why you not want?
Fantasy trending.
You can say no to engineer if you doctor. Engineer and
Like
doctor.
Dr. Ken John from Hangover.
Yeah.
He's actually a doctor. in
He's
real
an
life,
actual
a comedian.
doctor, but he's a comedian. Damn. That's like the ultimate Asian way to troll your parents. To go out and become a doctor, but be like, nah, I'm just going to be remembered as the naked Asian guy from The Hangover. But he's still a doctor. So you can't, so the Asians' parents can't be proud of him at the same time.
So are they gonna
He's,
do-
so
behind
he's,
this.
they're in a pineapple conundrum because because he's a doctor, but they can't be proud of him.
What is a pineapple? I don't have to do all this.
It's English, son.
It means whatever you want it to
It
mean.
means whatever. Yeah, it just means as long, like I said, as long as there's an old guy in the middle of the movie that explains that it was the code for an old experiment, then it's fine. Like, what exactly was
Project
the
Stasis
bubblegum
Alert.
crisis? What was the bubblegum crisis? I don't understand.
When they ran out of bubblegum.
Why is and why was an artificial intelligence experiment called Appleseed? That didn't even make sense. What
Well,
they just
Appleseed kind of did because the whole thing was that it was like it
was
kind
the
of trying to be
seed for a
metaphor for the Garden of Eden. sort of.
yeah, I guess, but it's still a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it's still stupid, but you know.
Yeah,
Like
it still counts as English at the end of the day. That we were 99% sure that they came up with the title for that before they knew what those two words meant. Appleseed. Appleseed. That's what happened.
well, it's like
Appleseed.
like Ghost in the Shell. I love Ghost in the Shell, but that
Okay.
means like
Yay,
nothing.
that's a great story.
I love that series, but that word that That phrase means nothing.
Yeah.
Like a haunted seashell or something.
We need that's what we need to name our game. Can you come up with a name?
No.
Come up with an English name.
Phantasm in the crab carcass.
I don't even know any words that are. I don't even know what to say.
Oh, okay.
I have no ideas.
Bicycle famine.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of like Phantasm in the crab carcass.
Fantastic. Mainly because it has the word phantasm in it.
And crab. So it's like,
And you need the dude that with the chrome balls that drill into your brain.
I mean,
And the
think about it.
Jawas.
Think about it. Crabs are the perfect animal. They're cool to look at, and they're delicious.
They are delicious.
Hard to argue with that.
Speaking of which, I have a Hadros starter for no reason that I need to paint.
I have a bunch of my Wrath of Kings stuff.
Yeah,
sitting
we were all like,
unpainted.
when this whole thing started, we were all in chat going, you know what I miss? Wrath of Kings. Like, yeah, we all miss that game. Wonder
Like,
if,
that is somehow in a worse place than fucking Relic Knights is.
yeah. And it came up like I should go talk to CMON and see if they would sell us the rights to that game, since they clearly do not want that game to exist under their roof.
They probably forgot they even own it.
Right. Andrew was saying, I bet we could get it for $10.
We have to go down to the Simon offices and pick it up, and they take you back into like this back room where they dust off a book, and there's like 3 inches of dust sitting on it.
They would sell it to us for $10 as long as we agreed to take everything that was in the warehouse.
Sell it to you for $10 and like a Philly cheesesteak.
Because that's the real reason why Simon hates Wrath of Kings, is because it's one of the only games that they have to keep an inventory for.
They can't just shit out a Kickstarter for it every
Yeah,
year, like certain
they can't just
Zombicides.
right. They can't just keep doing that.
Although
So-
I make fun of them for that, but I did piggyback off of one of my friends' Kickstarters for one of their Zombicide games. But it was one of their gang ones, and I got the Plague Doctor gang because it had a Plague Doctor in it.
Hey, why not? Simon got
he
cool
messaged
stuff.
me when it arrived. He's like, I got Zombicide, and there are 2 Plague Doctor kits. I'm just assuming one of them was for you.
You ready to go to bed, kiddo? You tired?
Yeah, but the lights went off.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shut this down pretty soon. What do you think of these guys?
Pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Yep.
Do you have any judgment for me?
No.
Sure. Which one's your favorite?
I think they're equally good, so I don't have a favorite.
I think that's just a cop-out, son. You have to pick a favorite.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
How about these little twins? One of them has a knife. You like that?
Yeah, that's
It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
nice.
I have a knife. Huh, the one without the knife looks a lot happier. He's just happy to be here. The one with the knife is looking kind of glum. He's like, damn, maybe I should stab my twin first before the zombies get him. He's got deep thoughts. Look at his face. I'm just going to have to do it. He's holding my arm. He's holding my arm. That one. And get this little.
To be
Well-
honest, it's kind of true. Like,
Yeah.
that's what happened to Lizzie and one of the little younger teen sisters from Maggie family, and the older sister just pretty much stabbed the little sister.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was
So
'cause
sad.
She was seeing things. She was seeing like zombies and stuff, and then like one night, Carol just came back, and was like, "Hey, what happened to your sister?" I forgot what the name was, and she's like, "Oh, like I took care of her, like whatever it was," and it was a crazy
Took
episode.
care of her.
Yeah, and then you found out that she stabbed her little sister to death. That's crazy.
Oh man. Why does this kid have such a giant head?
Why not?
It's probably because of hair.
Look at
Just
her
like-
head, and like it's like an adult size head. Like this. Ah! Look at her head compared to the twins' heads. She has clearly a
Big head.
bigger head.
Yeah,
Holy crud.
a lot of hair too. That's probably
Like,
makes
what's she
things.
even doing?
Hmm?
What's she even doing?
She's
in that
running.
place?
She's like, "Rah! Get away from me, zombie. See? I don't know why she talks like that. Rah, get away from me. Rah. She runs.
Wait, is she a kid?
Yeah, she's supposed to be a kid. I thought maybe she was a little person because
Yeah,
of the
that- I
size of
thought-
her head.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
You thought she was a little person
Yeah,
too?
I thought she was just
She
a-
does have a big bean, doesn't she? This guy's my favorite. Nah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
He actually looks kind of creepy on camera.
He does?
It looks weird on camera.
He's
Right?
like, ah. This guy's, he's my favorite of this batch.
Isn't
This
he,
guy.
shouldn't he suppose like isn't the,
And we
shouldn't
gave him a
the-
red shirt because he's the one that they push into the zombies. Anytime you need to get rid of somebody, this is the guy you get rid of. Don't do it, man. I got a vest. Oh.
I think
Oh,
my
I
favorite
get
is
it.
still Man with Bat.
I get it. He's coming out.
There's
And
two
then-
mans with bat. There's
Patrick.
yeah, we're gonna call
Just
him.
Man with Bat.
He's ethnically mysterious. This guy.
I think he's my new favorite.
And then you got I call the bald guys White Power Bill. White Power Bill
Yeah.
with the bat. They're awesome. All right. Well,
Thanks for paying them, Octave. Appreciate
yeah, no
it.
problem. We'll seal them up tomorrow, and I may be around tomorrow if you want to, if we want to drop them off. But
That'll be great. Yeah.
all right, guys, have a good night.
Good night, all.
Good night.